Morning, guys. Day 311, off for a walk on a very brisk morning. It is in the upper 40s right now. Ooh, I know that's probably nothing compared to what most of you are experiencing with the big freeze going on up north, but it is cold for here. Luckily, it's going up into the 70s by the afternoon, and that's good for me because I'm doing another test run of my live broadcast this afternoon, probably just for an hour or two, just to iron out more of the kinks. And then I've got to schedule another one for probably another 4 weeks. I know that a lot of people can't join in because it's so cold out this time of the year, but I want to get it going. And I'm also setting up some interviews with cigar makers and blenders and stuff like that. So as soon as I get things really nailed down and get a schedule, and I want to set some stuff up for the warmer months, and that'll be really cool. Whew, yeah, it's brisk out. Gotta keep moving. It wasn't bad the other day while I was into the walk, but when I came back and I stood still and I was doing the video, it started getting real cold. So, an update on the Livewire Energy Chews. As you saw yesterday, I did get in the sampler pack, and there's a cat up on the roof of that house. It's an abandoned house. Must have went up the tree. Weird. Anyway, what is he doing up there? We just went behind the roof thing. It's a big orange cat. Right up there on the peak. Where'd he go? Yeah, he must have went right up that tree. Crappy ass house. Oh, there he is. What are you doing up there, kitty? You stuck? You better come down the tree. This house has been abandoned for a couple of years, and they tore up the yard for some reason. They had a big, crappy old porch and vehicles parked in here. I don't know what they're doing with it. There's unfortunately tons of houses like this in this neighborhood. It's just a lot of crappy abandoned houses. They're so far gone that I'm sure no one wants to buy them or renovate them. They're just not worth anything. But this one especially, they tore up part of the foundation. You can see along the back here, I mean, it's got tons of structural damage. Holes in the ground. They had cement stuff built up. There was like an old crappy van parked in here and trailers and stuff. I don't know. But it's been sitting like that for years. Anyway, the Livewire. Last night I got plenty of sleep, crashed early, about 8:30 I guess. And I've been up since just after 4 this morning. It's about 7 o'clock now. I was just waiting for the sun to come up to do the video. And luckily today is not too windy. Whew, it's still cold though. So this morning I did a test, and I did 2 chews. And I looked up all the stats, and it really explained why one really didn't kick in as much as I was expecting. It had basically the serving size was equal to like half a can of Monster or one smaller cup of coffee. My cups of coffee are a third of a pot. So, you know, on the coffee pot, it has the cup ratings up to a 12 is a full pot. I don't even know what those cup ratings are measuring. It's not a liquid cup. It's not a coffee mug cup. So whatever it is, one of my physical cups is 4 on the pitcher, so, or the carafe. So I get 3 cups of coffee out of a full pot. And the one chew didn't have the effects of even one of my cups, but 2 did. 2, here's as best as I can relate it. It's not like a Monster, and it's not like a cup of coffee. Man, it's cold. I'm starting to shiver. Okay, first of all, it doesn't have the immediate pick-me-up of either one of them. It's close to if I were to chug a big cup of coffee, but I don't do that. But I'd say that's about what it's equivalent to. When I need that immediate energy kick, like I'm going to a shoot, and I'm just dead tired, I'm still going to need a Monster. All right, it's just completely different. And I'm sure that all the sugars and everything in it have a lot to do with that immediate rush. But these don't have any of the sugars or anything like that, so it doesn't have any of that immediate rush. But what it does have is a really long-lasting, even keel energy boost. It's very natural. I don't feel jittery from it. I don't feel any kind of rush. It's just a nice normal level. I don't even have to think about it. It's just like what I get from my coffee. But when I drink my coffee, I take 20-30 minutes to finish a big cup. So I think it's just a difference in how it starts. But what I'm getting out of it is a great replacement for the coffee. And that's cool, not because I want to give up coffee, but mainly for the creamer. I go through about a quart of creamer a week, which is a lot. And even though it's sugar-free, it still has fat in it. It still has artificial sweeteners in it. And, I would like to cut that out. And I can't drink my coffee black. I just don't like the flavor. So if I can cut down on the coffee, I'm not going to cut it out. I drink it for more than just energy. I love the way it tastes. And it warms you up. And it's a habit. It's a nice routine in the morning to get your day going. So I'm not going to give that up. What I might do is just start the day still with one nice cup of coffee, and then the rest of the day do the energy chews. Might only need 2. I need to see how long it lasts. It's been going 3 hours now on just 2 energy chews, and I still feel absolutely great. So we'll see how long they'll last. If it's half a day, that's cool. That means I can have the coffee first thing, maybe do a couple chews around lunch, and be good to go. Maybe one more late afternoon if I'm doing something. I don't know. But the point is, really, really good alternative to at least cut out a full pot of coffee so far, because the coffee doesn't last this long. I'm lucky if I get an hour and a half of a nice even energy level off of a cup of coffee. So that's why I'm drinking 1 to 1.5 pots a day. But so far, and the economics are good too, because these chews are so incredibly cheap. If you buy them by the case, it's going to save me money. The coffee isn't too expensive, but once you add in all the creamer and the filters, it adds up over months. So bottom line, it does save you money, especially since they last longer. So that's cool. I'll see how long they go today, and update you later on today after I get some more experimentation with it. And I gave one to Ashley. She tried one last night, a little while before she started her workout. She only tried one, and she said she didn't feel anything from it. But again, I really didn't with one either. It took 2 at once. So I think the serving size is just going to be different for everybody. I'm still a big guy, so maybe you'll get different results if you want to give it a shot. But like I said, they do have the really good deal right now. If you use the code LEEB, L-E-E, and the letter B, you can get the sampler pack, 20 chews, for $8.50 shipped. So that was total steal. At least worth trying it if you want to try to get away from energy drinks or a lot of coffee and see how you like it. See what it does for you. Oh, okay. Fingers are going numb. Going back home. Well, I just put in another order for the Livewire Energy Chews because I am impressed with them. I found that it started to peter off after about the 4-hour mark. So pretty much the same as I get out of the Monster as far as longevity, just without that big rush. Certainly more than I get from coffee. So that's cool. That means I will be able to supplement my daily coffee routine with the Energy Chews. And there will certainly be some health benefits, just like I said, getting rid of a lot of liquid, a lot of the creamer, So that's cool. No problem there. The economy of it, though, I need to look at. And I'll tell you what, Cereal Marshmallows, if you're watching this, you need to get your ass on theirs and correct some things because they are doing some things really wrong. And I absolutely guarantee you this is majorly affecting sales of their product. Now, maybe they're doing this purposely on their website so they don't mess up retail sales. I don't know. There's absolutely no retailers around here that sell it. My wife said that GNC sells a very similar product, but it's like 5 times as much, so she's never been interested in it. But they're unheard of on this coast, so maybe they're local over there. But here's the problem. Okay, I come from obviously the world of cigars. I'm very familiar with retail sales, sampler packs, economies of scale, box sizes, product distribution, that kind of stuff. Okay, so they're doing a very similar thing. They have the sampler pack, which I showed you that I got, one of each of their flavors in the smallest package, so you can try it out. Okay, cool. Usually with sampler packs, price-wise, they're a little bit less than the normal price of if you were to buy everything separately. Okay, it's the whole idea is to get somebody to try the product or somebody to try all the different options available and then go ahead and purchase the larger quantities of the product. When you have larger quantities available, and they do have 3 different sizes available, they have 4-packs, they have bags of 20, and they have bags of 50. When you buy a product in a larger bulk package, you're supposed to get a savings. There's supposed to be an incentive for the consumer to buy that bag of 50. They're supposed to be able to save money. They have absolutely no savings on any of their sizes. In fact, all of their regular products are significantly more than the samplers. There's no incentive unless you happen to hate most of the other flavors and only like one. There's zero incentive for anybody to buy anything except the samplers. The regular price of the samplers is 35 cents a chew, and like I said, I and probably most other people need 2 at once. So you're looking at 70 cents a chew. Okay, that's still way less than a Monster. That's more than most homebrew cups of coffee. Certainly less than anything store-bought, but that's not cheap. Okay? That's a sampler price. The regular price for any of the sizes is 50 cents a chew. So now you're up to $1 every time you want to get the boost or use the product. Okay, that's only half of a Monster. And that's way more than drinking coffee at home. Still less than buying it in the store, but not anywhere near just making coffee in your kitchen. Okay, that's another ball game. So that's a 30 cents difference per use between their regular prices, their regular quantities, and their sampler. Who in the world would not just buy samplers? That's what I just did. I just ordered 10 more sampler packs. I ordered 200 chews for significantly less. And here's the other thing. Discount codes. I would not be purchasing this at regular prices. I think they're still way too high for what it is because I need to use 2 at once. So while the discount code is still working, I took advantage of it. It brought the order down from 35 cents a piece to 28 cents a piece. Okay, that's still a good savings. That would be an even bigger difference because it's a percentage off if I was buying the regular size packages. But again, who would do that? Retarded, stupid, bad retail strategy, horrible planning, bad pricing. I mean, there's just nothing good about it. They really, really need to change that. So if anybody's watching this, just buy a whole lot of samplers and make sure you use a discount code. You go from 50 cents a piece down to 28 cents a piece for the same product. Well, I decided to go ahead and sell my last old 580EX flash. Barely used. Pretty much just a backup device. Perfect shape, like all of my stuff. And I keep the boxes and everything because it really does help resale. Even have the pouch it comes in. Flash, and there's a foot in there. Got the manual, got the warranty card. Not that that means anything either, but for some reason people like it, so I keep it all. $275, pretty cheap, just to move it. I was gonna keep them, but I love those 600s, and I just can't see myself using these old ones in my triggers again. I haven't even had the urge to use it. Well, just waiting on this guy to show up. It's a half an hour late so far. It's turning into a nice day. Already up into the 60s, still warming up. Got about 2.5 hours till I need to be outside for my next broadcast. Nice blue, breezy skies. Sorry to all of you in the snowstorm up north. We don't feel too bad. It's going down into the 30s tonight. Got a big cold snap coming. Well, I finally got a hold of this douchebag. He texts me at 10:15, says, I'm on my way coming from Tampa. I know it's about a 45-minute drive. He says, see you in an hour. Okay, no problem. Hour and 15 goes by. I text, are you close? No response. Now here it is, almost 2 hours later. I finally get him on the phone. I call him. He's like, oh yeah, I had to stop a couple places, and I needed to get exact change, and I'll be there in a little bit. And he's buying my old flash because he wants to be a photographer. Yeah, good luck with your business skills there, man. All right, well, the guy finally showed up. I showed him how to use the flash, and he was very thankful because it was a really good deal. And yeah, he's a student, wants to be a photographer, and he's got some work to do. He forgot his battery for his camera, so he couldn't test it. So I let him use some of mine and showed him, all the major features and stuff, and that was it. He's gone, and now I got to run down to Tiger Direct real quick because I want to get a 100-foot Ethernet patch cable because I want to hardwire into my network instead of using Wi-Fi. I think it might help these broadcasts a bit. I'm out down to about 30, maybe 40% max signal strength out here. So I don't know how much it's affecting me, but cable's going to be like 17, 18 bucks, maybe 20. Small price to pay just for that little peace of mind. Well, that's a wrap for today. Had a successful second test run of the Cigar Obsession Live. And just a couple of minor things I'm going to tweak for next time, but nothing major. Everything went really well. And the wife and I are now going to go out to dinner. It's Saturday night, so we're going to have some fun going over to Olive Garden. And then we're going to see The Hobbit Desolation of Smaug. Very cool. That should be really good. And I will see you guys tomorrow.